Do you know the differences between civil law and common law? Welcome at Activity News. My name is Michael Langhans. I'm a former lawyer and now a video activist, and this is my video channel. Well, if you come from the Anglo-American legal system room, it's always a big problem to understand the differences of common law and civil law the way we in, for example, Germany use it. But do you know what the differences are? Well, almost most parts of Europe have a legal system called civil law, which is totally different to what you know as common law. Common law is characterized by a case law, so there are not the rulings, there's not the law who tell the judge what to do, but rulings of other judges. The civil law system is more featured as codified principles, and the judge has to use them. Though the judge is in a civil law system a chief investigator who makes the ruling for the two parties in the case, but not for other third parties. There is no situation where these ruling is binding for others. In the common law system, the judge makes all the rulings. I mean, it's a judge's job, you know, but he makes precedents, and he is not the investigator as he is in, for example, Germany, Japan, Spain, China. He's the one who referees between the lawyers. So the constitutional situation is in both cases available, but in civil law it's always. So precedent situation in civil law in Germany or other countries is not functionally working. Of course, the decisions of constitutional courts bind all judges and lawyers, of course. But it's not a precedent not only of decisions of other judges, also the decisions of higher courts like Bundesgerichtshof in Germany, for example, are no precedents for all judges. Sure, the way higher courts interpret the law is in specific situations binding a judge, but with his own arguments he has a chance to make his own decision with other point of views. In a common law system, the ruling is binding for future and present cases. And that's a main difference, perhaps the most important difference for you to understand. Especially if you have a friend or another co-worker who had a similar process in a court system of civil law, and he did win while you lose. It's possible in civil law, not so often in a common law system. So these are the most important differences between civil law and common law. If you are not familiar with one of these two systems, it's always good advice to go to a lawyer even if you don't need one, because even for me as a lawyer in a civil law system, it's not easy to understand these big differences, not in the well, theoretical situation. In theories everything is easy, but in the day-by-day work, in the concrete case, it's almost impossible to change the way you think about it, the way you have learned it or experienced it. So yeah, if you cross the line and change to another legal system, you need help to well, to not make everything as wrong as possible. I hope I was able to make it understandable to you how well, these different systems work. If you're interested in more English videos, I would appreciate if you comment this video, watch my other videos and upvote them, and of course subscribe my channel. See you soon later. Bye.